Reiki. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome one, welcome all. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to Nicole Gibbs, who we've been meaning to chat for forever. we've just never managed to get around to it. Something's always like either happened or we've had a hiccup. And I actually thought like today we were going to have that again because we didn't.
Yeah.
Time and all
Time
that sort of
zones.
stuff, time
Yeah.
zones and what have you.
Illusions.
So yeah, but here we are finally. So
Yay.
yay. So I just thought we'd talk about you and find out where you are, what you do, what you got you into this realm of awakening and what you do with obviously the YouTube channel, the various pockets of things that you've got on the go. So
For sure. That sounds
take it
good.
away, Nicole.
Thank you so much, Ian. I appreciate it. I'm so excited to finally merge our time together and be able to connect and speak. So, what really got me into, I guess, the spiritual world of the the unseen, the unknown, I guess. I like to always say the unseen because it's frequencies and vibration and energy that really just got my it just magnetized me into being like, this is real, this is everything, and I just
Mm.
want to know everything I can possibly know.
Yeah.
This, I feel like I was in tune as a child throughout my whole life. I've always just been drawn to numbers and patterns, even as a child.
Right.
So then, kind of growing up, I was born into a religious family, and so kind of getting out of the Christian religion type mindset and into a more just real, tangible, energetic, like I never even know how to put the name on it because it just is. It's everything,
Mm, mm,
It's what resonated with me, honestly. And so being able to then share what I had learned with others and just dropping seeds here and there so other people could see different perspectives of what we're living in and what we're doing here on this earth. And, we all come here with different energetic frequencies with different ideas of what we have to do here, possibilities and probabilities. No one's really here for the exact same thing, but we're all here together as one,
yeah.
doing amazing things to try to return back to that oneness energy of unconditional love and balance. And I just resonate so much with just, again, energy. So I was excited to then have my first experience in a mass meditation. It was an online event, virtual. It was located somewhere in DC, Washington, DC, and I was in Oregon at the time. And participating in that virtual event, just the oneness energy of just like seeing my screen of just thousands of people in one space
Mm,
with the intention to just help themselves or the world or others. Like that was just so beautiful to me. And then getting into this deep mass meditation with all these souls' energies, it was just the most profound experience. And I was just thinking to myself, why aren't we doing this more often,
yeah.
considering the things we can get from it, the abilities that we have, the magic we can perform,
Hmm.
essentially? Because as we are energy, when we come together, we merge our energy, the threshold just is that much more stronger. And so it's just so beautiful to come together. So
Absolutely.
that kind of sparked
Absolutely.
me to create Awakening Mass Meditations.
Mm.
And Awakening Mass Meditations is my niche. That's my thing that I've been doing for years now.
And that's all on your
So
YouTube channel, isn't it? That's all the videos you put on there.
for the
Um,
most
oh,
part, yes, I will
yeah.
always have my YouTube showing my mass meditations. They are monthly on the 11th of every month. However, the time changes, so we can hope to include everyone in various time zones.
Yeah.
But yes, the majority of it is on YouTube. I also have a website now that you can also participate in these. It's awakeningmassmeditations.com, as well as other beautiful opportunities there. Going on this journey and really connecting with others, doing mass meditations and all these things just really showed my passion for healing the earth and just like the earth is one with us and just being on this journey together and really just seeing how devastating the earth's condition was in,
Mm,
especially many, many years ago. And I just felt so called to do what I can to help even, I feel like it's one and the same meditation, the earth, healing, all of
mm,
this. And so on my website, you can also join an opportunity to become an Earth Tribe volunteer, which is so important to be cleaning up our spaces in our local areas, our yards, our communities, our neighborhoods. And if we all were to do that, I mean, we would have just the most high vibrational, healthy frequency planet. And it
Mm.
just would be a ripple effect after that. Planting seeds, getting one with nature, helping the birds, the insects, the small little ones, like everything in this planet can really use our attention and as a human, we're consumers. We need to take responsibility and being part of that. And so it just opened this thing up to me. Just we are one, we need to be in balance and health and with
Yeah.
meditations and healing the world. I mean, that's the answer, in my opinion.
Yeah.
So it was just a no-brainer for me to be able to create a space where anyone and everyone can join and be a part of this.
That's
So yeah, I'm really
beautiful.
excited to have this space where everyone and then anyone can check it out. So please
Yeah.
do if it
And
resonates with
I'll link
people.
them below. I'll link all your links and everything below in the descriptions box on
That'd be
my
great.
channel so people
Yeah.
can
Thank
check
you.
those out. But it just shows the power as well, the fact that you're connecting with people all around the world via Zoom.
Yeah.
And it just shows the power of energy that we are all
Mhm.
connected, we are all energy. You don't need to be in the same room, you don't need to be touching a person to have that vibrational link with the other person.
Exactly.
And you just create this, it's almost like a grid formation of energy
Mhm.
that you connect between everybody, and
Exactly.
it's such amazing power. And like for me, a lot of my client work with Reiki and with meditation, a lot of it is distant, and a lot of people can't kind of grasp distant Reiki. They don't really know how it works, and you have to just try and break it down into nuts and bolts and just say, look, we are all energy. There is no time and space in that reality. But
Right.
obviously, in our physical world, we have all these things that are in place that we have to kind of like try and live by. It's on some degree. But with regards to energy, it's irrelevant. It really doesn't. It doesn't go by our
Just
laws.
disappears.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah,
So true. Yeah, I love that. Yeah.
yeah.
It's just I like the visual of the grid lines, because
Mm,
I love that visualization, even getting into a meditation. It's like which grid line am I wanting to match
yeah,
with
yeah, yeah.
to have that ability to have an influence on different frequencies of myself. So if I raise my vibration and I'm matched with this higher vibration, I'm experiencing these things, I'm feeling these things in a high vibrational state. Maybe I'm going to move even higher up. And it's just
Mm,
like so much possibility of this infinite, thing that we're in with dimensions and timelines. And
yeah.
literally, it's all us.
Yeah.
That's the
And it's
most beautiful
endless,
thing.
isn't it? It
It's,
really is
yeah,
endless. It
it's
just seems
infinite.
to
Yeah.
continue and continue. And for
Yeah.
me, what I've found over the last, even probably even the last year or so, I've found that as you get to sort of like a certain level, everything just seems to go up a notch, and you like have to like, and then you have to
Yeah.
work on yourself and go up again another level, and it all just seems to lift and lift and lift. And sometimes what I don't know if you feel this, but sometimes when there is a bit of a lift or a bit of an increase, physically we can feel, because I know this month, especially August, I don't know what you've been feeling, but I've been feeling
Yeah.
like, oh, just like so
Yeah.
beat with the energy. The energy has just been so intense this
So
month
intense.
with, we've got the two full moons, we've got a new moon, we had the Lionsgate portal, we've got all this stuff going on. Plus we've
Yeah.
got the global stuff, we've got the
Right.
ascension vibration of the planet, the universal
Mhm.
energy and all that. It's been tough this month, I think. And it's
Yeah.
been, from what I can remember last August, I felt like really like buzzed. I felt like high
Same.
vibe. This
Yeah.
month I just feel, whew, it feels like I've been at war. It feels like
I
it's
completely agree.
yeah. I'm glad you're. I mean, a lot of people are feeling the same thing, and are feeling that effect as well.
Yeah.
And
Absolutely.
and it affect. I mean, has it affected you kind of physically, physiologically? Is it like emotionally, mentally?
Mhm.
how's it had an effect on
Yeah.
you?
Yeah. This time around, I'd say I've been feeling more, it's almost like I feel more, I guess, like challenged in a way because the energy is so dense and heavy, but I know I'm on this path. So it's like,
Mm,
it's really like an opportunity to do even harder work to ascend even higher. So it's like
mm,
I'm feeling beat down, but at the same time, my motivation and momentum mentally is like, I got to get through this because if I
yeah.
get through this heavy, intense, state of energy while I'm still just wanting to do the work, it's the intention that's so important in
Mm,
this. Like my intention still is to be doing the work. And so it's been like the trick of my mind, I think, to get over that hurdle. Like I need to do this, even though it's so heavy and intense, or I just want to, lay down and take a nap all day.
yeah, yeah.
But everything is happening so quantum right now. And that's
Mm,
also what I've been noticing. It's like the things I'm thinking about or wanting to do, I then will find someone or hear someone uh, connected that can then take it to that next level. And
yeah,
so I'm just trying to focus on that instead of the I'm being beat down feeling while I'm trying to do this amazing good work. I just
yeah.
see like this balance and I'm just trying mentally to get
Mm,
over that hurdle.
yeah.
So yeah, I definitely feel that. It's heavy for sure.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
the way I've been describing it is kind of like it's for me, it's been like trying to walk through glue.
So true.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's been
That's
so
exactly.
sticky and just like, oh my word, it's just like
That's
it has been tough, but like you, I mean, I've just been going deeper into my practices, deeper into meditation, doing more
Mhm.
Reiki, using
Yeah,
more sort of cleansing woods, sage, Palo Santo, stuff like that,
right.
just to lift the energy,
Exactly.
going more into my crystals and using them a little bit more, and
Mhm.
it really does help. It's amazing how powerful these tools are
Mhm.
to
Yes,
assist people on their journey. So
absolutely.
that's amazing,
No,
awesome.
I think that with being able in these like times where it seems a little bit difficult and we are more pushed to do these, the work essentially to work on our energy and our
Mm,
vibration. Um, it's just like, how do I say this? There's just so many ways and tools, like you're saying, that offer it to us. And
mm,
I feel like those vibrations, the more we're doing it, the more regular that's going to be our regular routine.
mm,
So it's like getting out of the old, which is this dense, heavy glue feeling, and into this more higher vibration. But here's the thing, I've been noticing I've been needing to balance a lot more. Like I need to be aware of my energy because it can dip really quickly. So then I'll need to
mm,
ground, go outside, work with crystals, meditate, and then go
yeah,
back to what I'm doing. But I feel like those times is more often that I'm having to need to go back and ground because I feel like that's more of where we're heading is we're going to become used to that more often.
yeah,
That's just what I've been feeling. 'Cause that's been the momentum the last like year or so.
yeah,
But it's
yeah,
just good opportunities to play with these tools a little more. But the balance is huge to be able to be in the 3D world and work in in this dense material world. And then doing the opposite, where we're up in the ether and we're high vibration and we're energy. It's like the balance of the two has been quite quite the journey. I
yeah,
don't know if you've noticed that as well.
yeah,
But
definitely much so. I mean, for me, I was just having a chat with another guy that chats on the channel every now and again, the other day, and I was saying to him about the ringing in the ears, the frequency in the ears
oh,
has just been
yeah,
off the scale for me. It's just been absolutely crazy,
crazy.
and the dream state has just been wow,
Mm-hmm.
really powerful, vivid dreams as well.
Very vivid. Hmm.
And it always seems to come round at like I was trying to explain that like for me this new moon energy that I was feeling, it always seems to come to a new moon, and I always seem to have this sort of like this walking through glue feeling, like I was saying
Yeah,
before. It seems to come to there. So I don't know if it's because of a lot of releasing that's gone on from the full moon to the new moon. You
true.
come to the new moon because you've done all this work and you've done all this release, and you kind of like having to start from another level again. So you're like, right, okay, let's get going again with this, and you're going through the motions with that, and then then you get to like another full moon and just like, oh my god, here we go again.
Here we go again.
And
Exactly.
it's like, I mean, they are wonderful cycles,
Mhm.
and they never really end, but
Mhm.
it's just having the deeper knowing that what is happening for not just your highest purpose, but everybody else's as well, you know, the collective.
Yeah, for sure. Mother
Mm,
Nature always has the best examples for us to follow.
yeah,
Just like the cycles and the seasons and just everything, it is in flow and it's perfect. And if we
yeah.
can kind of copy that in a way and realize that we can be in flow and it's
Mm,
going to cycle back through and come back through, but being in flow is the most important part. So it doesn't feel as uncomfortable or heavy,
yeah,
because that really is the biggest thing. If you're in flow, you can just copy nature essentially and move on to the next season
yeah,
effortlessly.
yeah,
I
and
always like
fine.
to use Mother Nature as example.
It's a great analogy. I tried to use nature quite a lot myself, just to bring us back into that natural state of being, because we are nature at the end of the day. You know, that
Right.
is what we fundamentally are. We are this elemental force of nature.
Mhm.
So what kind of stuff do you do in your day job? Do
Good
you
idea.
work, or
Yes.
is it all this sort of high vibrational stuff that you do?
I would love to do high vibrational things all the time. I'm hoping to merge into that as I've been manifesting. I've been being able to get closer to that, hopefully. So in my day job, backing up a little, I do EEGs. I'm an EEG technologist. So I'm reading frequencies of the brain often. So that's
Mm,
another reason why I'm reading frequencies all the time. I can see the energies of waves given various circumstances. And so it's
mm,
just so real to me. I love my job so much. And I'm excited to say that I'm finally going to be moving into a remote position to be able to do this EEG work from my home rather than the dense, heavy hospital, which is something I've been
right.
manifesting as well. So that's going to be happening very soon. I'm excited about that.
Awesome.
So it has been amazing, honestly, to just be able to, be, I guess the environment at the hospital was a piece of my growth because you can really see these types of agendas, unfortunately, that are in
Mm,
the way of allowing us to be this in flow high vibration. And
yeah,
so being able to experience that and then take it to the next level where I can still be doing this, but without the dense energy.
yeah.
I don't know. It's everything for me. I've been able to like see things on different levels
Mm,
to hopefully in the end help people, because I'm hoping to be able to use EEG with meditation or other types of states of mind by watching this in a more spiritual way of learning how the brain
yeah,
analyzes frequencies, if that makes sense. So
yeah.
I'm really hoping to go this direction. And with the experience that I've had, it's allowing that to kind of fall into place. And so lately, I've been asked to do, I guess that's something else I'm doing, and make frequency music, healing music, binaural beats, solfeggio frequencies. Those are also on my YouTube. But
Yeah.
these are frequencies designed to like calibrate the body's energy and match it to a specific frequency that's matched to what you need. So, for
Right.
example, each organ vibrates at a specific frequency to be healthy and balanced. And
Mm,
if it's vibrating at a different frequency, then you're going to be experiencing pain or discomfort in that area.
mm,
So, to be able to know what someone's specifically feeling and going through to find the match that vibration needed to correlate that, activation to return back to balance. This is something that I've been working on as well because of EEG. And so I've been asked to work on a couple new projects now with people. There's a few projects going on, but helping women with cancer heal with different sound frequency music. That's a project I'm working on. And just
ah,
different types of healing modalities using frequencies. And
yeah.
so through my EEG, I've been able to understand, I guess, that on another level so I can help people. And so I've been manifesting this, and this is going to be more what I'm doing. So I'm hoping to be more like spiritual working in the future.
It's definitely
Oh,
got that kind
yeah.
of feel to it, hasn't it? That's got that kind of
Yeah,
twist
right?
to it.
I don't know.
Because I mean, I suppose like when you talk about the frequencies within the organs, within the body,
Mm-hmm.
those frequencies do you feel that they correlate with what would be known as like energy centers or chakras? Are they the
Exactly.
same sort of? That's what I would
Yep.
put it
Yeah,
down
very
to. Is
similar.
that yeah?
Yeah.
Because obviously each chakra resonates at a different frequency to bring
Um,
a harmonious balance to that area of the body.
exactly. Yes.
Ah,
So,
interesting.
each frequency, if we want to focus on the centers, the chakra centers, we know which vibration a healthy chakra should be spinning at. And
Yeah.
so by just being able to create a track or a frequency that you can then listen to by visualizing, visuals are huge and important with this. It's not
Mm,
just the listening. You're visualizing that specific space with
yeah.
light, swirling circles, because everything's like a vortice of light. That's
Mm,
energy. So when we
yeah. Yeah.
visualize these happening in those spaces with that vibration, we can recalibrate those energies and be returned to balance. And so that's just everything to me.
Mm,
That is just so cool. And so
yeah.
when we realize that we're not like, this dense human body and we're
Yeah.
actually these frequencies running at different areas all over, I mean, you can start to see that we're an energy orb, like we can be a bright light rather than a dense, low frequency, dark, unhealthy being that is
Mm,
in dis-ease. It's
yeah.
just literally the opposite. So I think altogether, the mass meditations, the music, and EEG, literally everything is just kind of culminating into one
Yeah.
so that I can, help in that type of way. Assisting humanity and raising the frequencies is my soul's purpose, like 100%. And
Yeah.
so I'm just been tapping into that so hard, and it's been an amazing journey. I'm so happy to be on it and connecting with people like you, Ian, and just that's part of the journey. I mean, I'm so excited to
It's
connect with
amazing.
like-minded people because we all come from the same one source, so we
Yeah.
can always
Yeah.
agree on that.
Plus, you'll be able to with working in that field as well. You'll be able to bring more of a science-based aspect to what a lot of
Exactly.
people would deem as woo-woo or just fairy
Exactly.
nonsense or whatever.
The unseen.
Yeah, the unseen. You can
Hmm.
actually bring the science because the science and the spiritual world work so closely alongside each other, so
Exactly.
closely, but they tend not to cross it because it's going to make people see beyond what
Yeah.
they want people to be penned into,
Yeah.
basically the belief that
Exactly.
this is it, so yeah.
We'll return to our magical selves and then they can't control us.
Yeah,
That's the
yeah, yeah,
problem. That's
yeah.
why they're worried. Yeah, I
um
like, go ahead.
so within your meditate, because I know in my meditations when I run them, whether for clients or whether it's on my YouTube channel, the meditations that I tend to use a lot of visualization, allowing people to see elements within themselves, breathing into the area, bringing light into the area.
Absolutely.
And that light as well, when you bring light into an area, it can expose things that you need to be aware of, to heal, to work on. Is that something that you bring into your meditations as well? A lot of this
Yeah,
visualization.
100%. Yeah. So
Yeah.
for my monthly mass meditations, they will kind of like differ with the topic or like the idea or intention or goal essentially for each one. But most of them will start with a visualization, of bringing light in. That's really just connecting to our source of light
Hmm.
energy and just getting back into the flow. And then, yeah, just visualizations of our light energy body and just being able to have unconditional love's frequency running through the body. So yeah, frequencies, visualizations, light, all
Mm.
that is so important to me when I'm guiding meditations as well. So we can, kind of lift the veil, if you will, and kind of see
Mm.
it for a lighter energy, the unseen,
Yeah.
not that it
Yeah.
doesn't have to be physical in front of you to know that it's real.
Yeah.
My favorite example of this, I say this example all the time, but it's Dr. Emoto. He does all kinds of experiments, but you have the water droplets where you drop water and speaking the words "I love you" to
Mm.
one, speaking the words "I hate you" to another, or
Mm.
completely ignoring another. The same example with the rice, and then just freezing the droplet of water to see the organization of the raindrop. It's either organized or it's chaotic. It's
Yeah.
chaotic if it's in hate or abandon. It's organized and beautiful if it's in love
Yeah.
and balance.
Yeah.
The same thing with the rice. It's healthy and balanced when you speak love. It's diseased and not healthy when it's in hate
Yeah.
or anger. I mean, that's just, we can create that example if you want. If you want to do that experiment, please go for it and see that our frequencies, not just our words, but our bodies can have the
Yeah.
effect on something actually physical.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that is just everything to me. That just goes to show frequencies are not seen, but we're having an effect on something that's real
Yeah,
that we can see.
definitely. Definitely.
Yeah,
It's the same with like your own plants in your home. You know, if you, I mean, a lot of people say, "Oh God, he speaks to his plants." I'm like, no, I speak to my plants because I'm giving them love. I want to give
exactly.
that. I want to give them that frequency to allow them to grow or to feel that energy of love, to be able to flourish.
Yeah,
You know, and
exactly.
if you speak to yourself badly, you're not going to flourish. You're not going to be healthy. You're not going to grow. And you know,
Exactly.
and so bringing those intentions, those words, those affirmations, you know, and that's why it's called spelling. You know, you are putting a spell on yourself, literally.
So
If you speak badly to yourself, you are putting a spell of negativity upon yourself. Speak love to
good.
yourself and speak positivity to yourself. You create
Yeah,
that positivity from within, and you feel it, and your vibration lifts and it changes. And over time,
absolutely.
it just gets more and more potent. You become more and more vibrant. You become more in tune with who you are and what you need to do it within this life.
That is everything. That is so beautiful. I
Mm,
mean, that's why I'm doing it.
yeah, exactly. Yeah. And I think that's
100%.
why I think a lot of people that do step onto a healing, spiritual, or both path, they usually find that something in life hasn't worked, or you know, for me, it was like mental health, it was illness, a lot of that sort of stuff, and going through the pharmaceutical route and just being kind of just dumbed down and numb from within. I just knew something wasn't right, and I wanted a different approach.
Hmm.
And then, you know, through acts of synchronicity, really finding somebody that introduced me to meditation, that just totally changed my perception on life and put me onto a totally different railroad track of existence, of
Hmm.
belief, of moving forward to becoming who I am today. And you know, and this journey continues. It's not over yet. It's got a long way
Right.
to go.
Yeah, that's why they call it an awakening.
Yeah,
You're
exactly.
literally just
Yeah.
waking up. It's like when you wake up in the morning, you're just waking
Mm.
up. You have your whole day still to do. We're just waking up. We're just
Yeah.
starting.
Yeah. We're just
But yeah,
getting
it really
going.
is a
Yeah.
whole nother avenue. And I think
Yeah.
that's a good example that you brought up. It's a lot of eventually this natural progression will be something you're going to be attracted to and on this ascension of light. But it really is, like you were saying, something that doesn't work, like something that's not clicking or working for you.
Mm.
It's something you're going to see that the programs or agendas can't offer you because that's not the true form. And
Yeah.
so being able to then realize that something first is not, the way that it should be. Like there's
Mm.
something more organic that works for me, but you're not sure if that is. That's the first step,
Mm.
being able to realize that. And then once you kind of realize that, you've already wired your brain differently, that you're going to start attracting those things into your mind because your thoughts are already shifting, and thoughts
Yeah.
are vibration, which equals matter. And so it really is just having that first thoughts. First, you got to think, you got to get
Mm.
into a place of silence. When are you doing that? How often are we doing that?
Yeah.
Hardly ever because
Yeah.
of the programs. So
Hmm.
being able to take time, find time for yourself, think about, what am I? Who am I? What do I want? Where am I going? And then when you start doing that, you're going to most likely realize some kind of roadblock that's stunting you from reaching your fullest potential. At least that's what we've seen in many, many cases, unless we're already on the journey. So
Yeah.
then the rest is the awakening. You get on the
Mm.
path, you find things that work for you. You've already unlocked essentially by having the idea of something new. So you'll attract that into your journey. And it's so exciting. I feel like you can't go backwards once you have that taste of it, essentially. It's just
Mm.
like hungry for more of that source
Yeah.
energy.
Yeah.
I love it. It's exciting to me.
Definitely. Because when you experience it and you feel it and you're in that place, it's you actually don't feel connected to this world. You feel otherworldly. You feel like different.
Right.
And although we kind of like still here, you can't really explain it, but it's just a totally different feeling to
Right.
everybody else. And part of you inside is thinking, well, with me especially, is like, are people not kind of like seeing this or experiencing this? And if they're not, why not? They really need to shift their I suppose their perception of reality,
Absolutely.
and move into. I think healing is the thing right now for so many people to do, for
Mhm.
themselves,
Right.
for themselves, but also for the planet and for the collective, um, because the more people do that, the more this energy will just spiral and spiral and spiral. And yeah, we'll probably, as we go along the journey, we'll probably have more of this kind of walking through glue-like feeling, because there's more people that are shifting into it. But that's a positive, and that's something that I try to like talk to some of my clients about, is when something bad happens, or they hit like a block, or they get freaked out or stressed out because something's happened. And I'll say to them, I said, yeah, but I said, at the end of the day, look where you are now, look at where you would have been, and where you
Right.
would have been, you probably wouldn't have been aware that you are
Right.
stressing out, because it's just a natural state of being. But now
Right.
you're actually aware, a year on, 6 months on, however long, you are actually
Mhm.
aware of that feeling within you happening. The majority of people won't even be aware of that happening, because
So true.
it's just a part of life. It's just something that they just expect is just normal. But
Mhm.
that stress, that negative emotion, that feeling reduces your vibration, slumps you back into that
Mhm.
way, that alignment of thinking. But the fact that you're aware of it means that you're actually above that, and you're looking down at it, and you can see the issue at hand, and
Right.
and then we can actually work with that and deal with it, because we've brought awareness to it. And I think that's a really, really powerful place for a
Yeah.
lot of people to be, just to be aware, just to be self-aware. That is
Yeah.
like a huge step, a huge
Huge.
step. Yeah.
Yes. Absolutely. I mean, you can see all perspectives at that point. You kind of give yourself the power back,
Mm.
essentially.
Yeah.
You can, it's that observer perspective where you're kind of looking on the outside and you can
Mm.
almost watch yourself living the life and you can
Yeah.
really be like, this person,
Yeah.
me, I'm going to watch you do these amazing things. The
Yeah.
outside perspective of observer is really the key to mastering your matrix.
Mm. Yeah.
Okay.
And sometimes you can look in and see that person doing like ridiculous things, and that person can, that element of you, that external awareness, can actually say, what the hell are you doing that
Exactly.
for? That just doesn't make sense. And all of a sudden it's just like, boom, oh, right, okay, yeah, that's not
Exactly.
right.
You
But
can check yourself
but
more quickly.
you've stopped yourself
Yes,
in the tracks. And again,
exactly.
self-awareness, really powerful place
Huge.
to be. Yeah, definitely.
100%. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, I agree. I mean,
So
it feels like freedom.
yeah, it does. You just feel lighter, because you
Yeah,
don't feel weighed down by the heaviness of everyone and everything else. You just feel
right,
like, when you don't accept the world the way it is, for a lot of the agendas that are out there that try to play and weigh stuff down, negativity, fear, all that sort of stuff.
right,
When you step away from that, and you realize that that's not actually what life is about, and you separate yourself from that, you just fit
right.
again, self-awareness. It's self-awareness of the self, but it's also self-awareness of all, because you're
100%.
you're above it. You're just
Yes,
like, it's the ascension. You're above it. And again, you're looking down at it, and you're just thinking, you know I'm so glad I'm not connected to that anymore, or I can
right.
actually see what is playing out now, and I can see,
Exactly.
like,
Playing is
with
the key word.
the eye. I can see
Yes,
what is at hand. And now that
yes.
I'm aware, again, awareness, once I'm aware of that, you can separate yourself from it. Maybe not fully, but in
Hmm.
in 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 parts. within
Right.
your reality, that those small parts of stepping away from it gives you that separation and more ability to open to so much more.
Mm-hmm. That's exactly.
Mm.
Like you said, playing, I always think of playing relates to the game, and we're
Yeah,
playing a game literally.
yeah,
So when we wake up to the self-awareness, we're no longer the pawn being used to play.
yeah,
We become the player,
yeah,
and all the pieces are ours to play with rather than someone using us as a pawn. It's
yeah.
literally, you're now the player in the game. What do you
Hmm.
want to play? What do you want to do? It's literally an unlimited sandbox
Yeah.
when you get that self-realization perspective that,
Mm.
I mean, in our case, you're technically an illusion that I brought in to help myself for me as a oneness. You know what I mean? We're
Mm.
all bits and pieces and fractals of each other here as a oneness experience.
Yeah.
So once we remember that this illusion is a game that we decided to come here to help ourselves remember why we came here, and then the game can start to be played instead of being like, we're literally in this game. No, we're not. We
Mm.
are the creators.
Yeah.
I just think that is a huge perspective shift.
Yeah.
100%. Yeah.
That's an amazing way to look at it. Look at the chessboard and don't be pushed around by the the players on the outside. You are
Hmm.
the one on the outside and you're the creator of that
Yeah,
reality of who you are or where you are. So
exactly.
that's an amazing way to look at it.
Yeah.
Um, so talk about Spirit Calling, because obviously you do some stuff with Danielle Kane. Danielle Kane's been on the channel a couple of times before. She's had some Reiki off me a few times as well, and she really enjoyed it. And yeah, because I know on my Telegram chat and on her Telegram chat, and I know she posts some stuff to do with the Spirit Calling. So let's talk about that a
Yeah.
little bit. What is it?
Yeah, 100%. Thank you so much. So, Spirit Calling, I'm so excited to be a part of this community. It is basically a community for anyone and everyone to join. It's an awakening experience where we all come into a platform where it's very much, you can trust the energy that it's not going to be infiltrated, we can say. It's
Mm.
very much a wholesome, high vibration community where there's multiple groups of various topics. So we can connect and talk about various topics, And so from food to meditation to business to literally anything.
Yeah.
And so this community, we meet regularly. We have regular meetings weekly about various topics. It encourages you as you join to step into your creator being, and we're encouraged from each other to create projects and step into our true passions, whatever that might be, if we want to, because we are all creators, we're all teachers, we're all
Mm.
learners too, but we are all here to offer something. And that's what I love about Spirit Calling, is you not only connect with people just like a platform like Telegram or Facebook, but you literally can create courses or sessions or things that interest you or that you would like to share with others. And it can even eventually develop revenue for you, because this is the future. This is us taking our power back and spreading real, true healing, true power, connection, and just oneness. And this platform, I think, brings it all. You can really find connection and step into just what you want to do. I've been encouraged to create courses on there, how to meditate and like things like that.
Mm.
So it's just encouraged me and myself to do things I normally wouldn't do. And I've been able to meet and connect with amazing people, and we connect regularly. So it's just, connection is so important, I feel like, these days. So
Yeah.
yeah, highly recommended. There's a little bit of
Awesome.
a monthly payment, but I think that's why we are able to keep it
K-
wholesome and
Yeah. Yeah.
protected essentially. So I love
Yeah.
that.
So how would you join something like that? If you wanted to take part, how would people be able to join that? And
Yeah, I think it's spiritcalling.com. You can get a 7-day free trial just to see how it kind of works, how it flows, and what you can do on the platform. And then if it interests you, you can pay that. I think it's $15 a month. I'm sorry if I got that wrong. But then you can just start playing in there and creating and connecting. So yeah,
Ah,
spiritcalling.com, 7 day
awesome.
free trial, and anyone and everyone literally is
Yeah.
welcome. That's the goal, is to expand our beautiful community, all is one.
So it's a little bit like a database, I suppose, of
Yeah.
people that you can search for on there for.
Yeah. Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
different healers or practitioners, which could be you even stepping into your healing space.
yeah.
Really just to, it's beautiful.
Yeah. I know
So
Danielle did it. I think I'm sure she invited me to go on or try it or something ages ago. I just haven't had the chance to get round to do it.
yeah,
So
that's what, yeah.
that's why I wanted to bring it up, because it would be something that I think would be interesting, especially with regards to the distance healing. Because if there's a lot of people that are outside of the UK, then
Mhm.
I can reach those, and it doesn't have
Yeah.
to just be in
Oh, it's
person.
so good.
So yeah, so I'll definitely check that out. And anyone else that's watching this that feels that that resonates with them on some level, check that out. I'll link the descriptions in the descriptions box below. I'll put the link there as well, for people to check
Okay.
that out.
Thank
So
you.
that's amazing, amazing.
Yeah, it's been really fun. So I feel like I'm on kind of a lot of various different things. Like I'm on Telegram, I'm on Facebook and MeWe, just for like the social places.
Yeah.
But then I have my YouTube where you can find meditation, these healing music frequencies. But then I also have my website where I have my Awakening World project to become an Earth Tribe leader. You can also find the meditations and music, as well as, organic, zero waste products, because that's also a part of our planet
Mm.
healing, is no longer using harsh, heavy, horrible chemicals that are
Yeah.
dangerous. And
Yeah.
so just being able to provide a space, I feel like I'm doing so much, but it's literally all the same thing. And to me, we need it all to have the healing. So I do have quite a few things going on, but it's really important to me to have it all. So
How do you
yeah.
find the the management of it all? Like being able to post
Mhm.
to all these different, I totally forgot about MeWe. Like
I
that's
know,
it's
right?
something I went on like ages ago, and I just thought, oh, this is crap. I'm not going to do that. I came back off it.
Right?
But
I know what you mean.
do you know what I mean? Because he just seemed to it
I feel
takes
that.
like hours out of your day, creating content, writing the descriptions, doing the tags, doing this, creating photos, doing the video, you're doing all these different posts. And like I keep thinking like there must be an easier way to post all
Mm.
of this stuff across all these areas. But I mean, like,
Yeah.
do you have a solution to
Usually,
that, or is it just as hard for you?
well, it's funny you say that because I've been looking into, I know there is I don't know what they're called, but I do know there's a couple of new, I don't know if it's apps or platforms that allows you to post once and it goes across all your platforms. So I'm actually looking into that because I have been struggling with that because, I've got to mention Instagram and Pinterest and all these other just side things to get as much information out. So
Mm.
like you said, it's a lot where
It's
energy
hard,
is
isn't it? It's really
shifting.
hard. Yeah.
Exactly. When you're in
Yeah.
the blue moments, like
Yeah.
we are now,
Yeah.
it's okay to not do something every day. That's what I've
Yeah.
learned to tell myself. I need to
Yeah.
respect my own energy and my what I can do because I can't just give all the time,
Mm.
without rejuvenating again because we're batteries, we need to charge.
Yeah.
And so I find that I will have off days and then I'll focus on this and then I'll get a momentum to work on this. And it's just kind of like a dance a little bit. I'll work
Mm.
a little bit on my project for Awakening World and then I'll do meditation and then I'll feel inspired to do a post on spirit calling. It's just kind of like a dance. And sometimes I have off days and then I'm
Mm.
back and I'm going hard. It's
Yeah.
just kind of a dance and I'm just respecting my own energy and just flowing with it.
Yeah. And I think that's the key, isn't it? That's the important part. When you are having an off day, just take a breather, have a
Yeah,
break, have the
it's
rest,
okay.
do the rest.
Right.
But I think as well it's important not to get kind of stuck in that mode, because it's quite easy just to think, oh,
Right.
I'll have another day, and then it's like, oh, I'll have another day. I'm still not quite
Good
right.
point.
You still need to be able to like have that level of
Mhm.
respect for yourself to pull yourself back out of that, to get back
That
into
is so good.
that creative mode, that manifester mode, because
Yes.
I think we've
Yeah.
all been there, haven't we? We've all been there
Mhm.
where, like, you'll just spend a week just like doing nothing, and you get to the end of the week and you think, you know what, I've really wasted a lot of time
Yeah.
doing nothing, basically.
Yeah.
Where if you really wanted to, you could have probably had a few days of creating, of doing
Mhm.
something, of even just meditating and raising the vibration slightly within
Yeah.
yourself and other people. So
Exactly.
yeah,
I feel
it's
that.
yeah, I think that's
Can
really
do.
important, not to get
So
stuck in that.
important.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, after it can become almost like an addiction in a way where you just get so used to it. You're now took the program and unwired essentially because you
Mm,
are repetition is how you keep the wire. So
yeah.
like you said, there are some days where I do feel like I have to pull myself out because I haven't done anything for a few days. But I've
Mm,
been noticing since we're in this quantum speed amazing point in Earth time history, whatever illusion you want to call that, I feel like I take the time off, but as soon as I do, just for a second, like get into a meditation or even read like something that excites me or activates me,
mm,
I'm like more quicker to bounce back. Like
mm,
I feel that urge to get on the ball of momentum quicker when I'm off, where it used to be like a slow progression trying to get back up and then do something one day at a time. Like it felt like it was more clunky and hard, but now I feel like it's easier once I do it and then it's like
yeah.
back on again.
But
Just because
I
you're in
suppose
this
that's because
quantum place.
you're in that space, aren't you? And it's kind of like a natural way of being for you, even though you have maybe like the odd day off every now and again. It's
Mm-hmm.
that natural space, and I think that's what a lot of people think. It's just like, bump, there we go, but it takes a lot of time, it takes a lot of work, it takes a lot of dedication and discipline
Mm-hmm.
within life
Training a muscle.
yeah,
Yeah.
to reach these places. It's just like going to the gym. Meditation
Yeah.
is gym for the mind. It really is.
Totally.
And
Mm-hmm.
it's something that once you get on it, and you get on that treadmill within the mind, and you start doing the work and doing the work, it tones everything up within there.
Yeah.
And it's like you say, muscle memory. So if you haven't been to the gym for a few months, or like me, a few years even, like,
Yeah.
you might go
Exactly.
back, but
Mm-hmm.
it might not take as long as someone that's not been there for the whole life,
Right.
because they
Exactly.
need to get into that space again.
Mm-hmm.
So once you're in there, you're in that vibrational field, that frequency, it's a lot easier to connect to it again.
Right. A lot more possibilities. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
I definitely agree with that.
beautiful, beautiful. So have you got any plans moving forward? Is there anything else in the pipeline for you that you're working on, or have you got enough on your plate at the minute?
Yes, but like we're saying, everything is so exciting in this space right now. So I feel like I'm constantly evolving and shifting. So with that, I actually have I don't know, I just kind of like had a vision over the past maybe month or so to kind of rework the way that my website is, and just maybe offering courses and sessions also on my website. And again, I'm just starting this new project to help work with women healing with cancer and sound frequencies. So I'm just starting that. So this is all new stuff coming into the works. And yeah, doing more with Spirit Calling and creating more content for them. There's always more content
That's
for
awesome.
YouTube and things like that.
I'm glad you mentioned that about the sound frequency with women with cancer, because I did watch a
Mhm.
video probably a couple of years ago, and it was on TED Talks. Those videos on TED Talks, and there was a
Yeah.
guy there, and I think he was kind of like he was either a musician or he was an orchestra leader or something like that.
Mhm.
And he was looking at the science behind sound and healing and destroying
Mhm.
cancer cells. And
Awesome.
they'd basically narrowed down, I think, something like 10 different types of cancer cells. And they blasted frequency at each of these cancer cells at different frequencies. And it was kind of like it was two simultaneous tones. So it was like a perfect pitch, like of
Mhm.
two tones. And they
Yeah.
blasted these frequencies at these cancer cells, and all of them died. It destroyed all the cancer cells.
Yeah.
And that was a couple of years ago. And
Mhm.
you just think, like if that was 2 years ago, why isn't all these cancer research companies jumping all jumping
Right,
all over this? Because, well, we know why, don't we? So,
right.
but
Unfortunately,
but unfortunately, but it's
not for
there.
long.
Yeah, not for long. The proof is there. The proof is in the pudding. It's being shown, and
Exactly.
there's elements of truth that keeps coming through, and it keeps popping through the veil. The Wizard of Oz curtain and all that every now and again.
Yeah,
But it never seems to get quite through. But I think in the fullness of time, over the next maybe 5, 10 years, maybe even, I think a lot of this stuff's going to just pump. It's just going to be straight out there, and
exactly.
readily available. And it'll be like, it'll probably be something like, oh, we've found this wonderful new way of healing, which we've
No,
never even thought about or discovered before, but it's
no.
always been there, and they're
Yeah,
always aware of it. And then all of a sudden, it's just like, we found the cure. We found.
exactly.
Yeah.
I know
Okay.
what you mean.
Yeah.
I mean, oh, gosh, people have been silenced from bringing healing forward for so long now, but I feel like the more we're having these conversations, so many people already know this free energy, med beds,
Mm,
all these things have been there for so long.
yeah.
I mean, it's just not necessarily a matter of time because time's the illusion, right? But it's a matter of, you know, the perfect possibility probability timeline where we, as the wakened ones, allow this to come forward
Mm,
constantly and are not going to take no for an answer. We keep
yeah.
practicing and practicing our own techniques that are of a free energy because it's just tapping into the energy. It's
Mm,
just recalibrating with light.
mm,
It's really it's going to come forward. And
mm,
something I did want to say though that we can all use at any time for just a quick recalibration kills cancer cells, inflammation, all these things, and that is to simply ground outside barefoot.
yeah.
I mean, there's just so many documentaries and
Oh my
science and
God, grounding
amazing
outside
things.
barefoot, just
Literally,
it's
you can
so
watch
powerful.
so powerful and so quick from it's actually faster than the speed of light. They can't even really watch how quickly it happens. It's so fast
Yeah.
that your cells move from low vibration cancer to a less inflammation body, which is healthy. Inflammation is cancer cells or dead
Yeah.
cells, low vibration. So we're no longer, we can take our power back essentially by connecting
Yeah.
with Earth.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ground. You can even buy grounding mats and sheets and things for your bed and things like that,
Yeah. Yeah.
and
Yeah.
we can bypass the agenda essentially by
Yeah. Yeah.
still using what we know is true.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
it's so amazing.
I know, like, whenever I go, like, to the coast, which is, for me,
Mm,
from here where I am, like maybe
yeah,
20 mile. So it's probably like a 30-minute drive, something like that. But
that's
getting
it.
there, getting on the beach, I always want to go on the beach, get the shoes and socks
So
off
good.
and walk on the beach for
Yes,
15, 20 minutes. Oh my God. It's just like, it's so amazing. It really is.
so
It's
good.
so powerful.
Mhm.
And people need to do more of that. They really do. Get
Right,
them rubber sole shoes off, and because
exactly.
you are electric, you are an electronic being, and you are connecting to the electronic frequency of the planet. People think
Mhm.
it's just like, well, it's just soil, it's just dirt, it's not electric, but it is.
Right,
Everything
right,
is energy.
exactly. Once they created the rubber soles, like the most damaging thing to our energy body, it literally made
Yeah,
us
yeah,
walking insulated, high vibrational cancer cells.
yeah, yeah,
Simply. So yeah, get those off, go back to natural, everything natural from the earth. That is the best.
yeah, definitely.
But yeah, definitely
Beautiful.
like the ocean, that would be amazing. I moved away from Oregon where I had the opportunity to walk on the beach.
Mm,
Now I don't have that, but still water, salt, and sun, that's all you need really to
mm,
make your battery healthy. And so if you can stay in a place where it's healthy salt, sun, and water, like the
yeah,
ocean,
yeah,
walk in there, it's
yeah,
you are instantly recalibrated. That's the
yeah.
best thing you can do.
There's a few groups around here that there's a guy that I follow on Instagram, and he's not far from here, and he has sort of conscious retreats, and they go
Awesome.
sort of like jumping in rivers, swimming in the rivers, and they meditate in the forests, and they sit
I love
sit on the
that.
ground barefoot, sit against trees, and it's Oh my God, I really
Uh-huh,
want to do something like that.
for
I really
sure.
want to get to something like that. It'd be amazing to
That's very
experience that.
inspirational to me, actually.
Mm,
I could definitely take that into what I'm doing already.
yeah,
I don't know if you've seen these signs behind me, but this is their signs for my Awakening World project, where you can be an Earth Tribe volunteer. All you really do is start cleaning in your local areas, take pictures of yourself, and tag the social media Awakening World project. We're just going
right.
to create this, everyone doing this across the world, and watch what we're doing. Look at our impact, like
The
amazing.
movement. Yeah,
So being able, I've been taking these signs out and doing like big cleanups, like around the lake or the rivers and things like that. And I'm hoping people will see that and want to follow that example,
mm,
or take a picture of the QR code to join the next one, because river cleanups, forest cleanups, and then taking a step further and doing a meditation in those spaces.
mm,
I couldn't even
yeah,
imagine.
yeah. I
That's
mean,
energy.
after you've looked after Mother Nature, you've cleaned up. Why not bless her with some, bless yourself
Right.
and bless her with
I
some
love that.
energy? Just sit and connect and meditate in
Mhm.
that space that you've just worked with.
Right.
Wow,
That's so
yeah.
good.
And you've put love into that space just by cleaning it up.
Oh, I love it. I'm going to
Wow,
definitely
that's
take that
amazing.
mental note.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Dink.
Maybe more to come then.
Maybe, maybe. The list is growing.
But I just feel like it's all connected. It's exciting. Like this was what fuels me. Like I'm
Yeah,
passionate about this.
yeah. And you
It's
can see that. You can see that vibrancy and that love for it, for what you do, which is just absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing.
absolutely. Thank you so much, Ian. I appreciate it.
So you're welcome. You're welcome.
Thank you.
Is there anything else you want to talk about today? Anything you want to cover?
Mm, not necessarily, other than I did want to say that my mass meditation for next month, which I can't believe we're in September,
I know.
September 11th, 9/11. I've been very inspired. Again, the earth is a common topic right now, of cleansing the air, and doing a big air cleansing mass meditation for the month of September 11th. So if that resonates with you and you would like to join that, I've already solidified that topic because I just feel so passionate about that. So I
Hmm.
can definitely say that's to come. The time on I'm not sure on exactly yet, but 9/11,
So what is
September
our
11th.
time difference? Because we did a we thought, was it 8 hours?
Yeah, what time are you now?
So
I'm just about one.
I'm 5 to 8 p.m.
So yeah, how did that work?
I don't know.
That's 7 hours.
So that's so you 7 hours.
Yeah, it should be.
And are you where? So where are you in the States now?
Colorado.
So that's like Midwest, is it?
Yeah, it's in the Mountain Standard Time, so it's right on the edge of Pacific Central.
Right. Okay. Yeah. I thought it
Mhm.
would. I thought. Yeah. I thought it would be maybe 8, 9 hours because I thought it was. Yeah.
I
But
know, that's
no. Oh
interesting.
well. Never mind. Well, at least we know now
The
for few
illusion.
for yeah, yeah. At
Yeah,
least we know now for
regardless.
future chats that not to get that wrong, unless we are in
I know what
um
you mean.
daylight saving change thing that they like to do every now and again just to confuse us even further. Yeah.
So true.
Anyway, Nicole, I'm gonna let you go and enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much for joining me. It's been wonderful to chat.
So
I will
wonderful.
link all your links and everything in the descriptions box below for people to check you out and
Thank you so
join
much.
your go over and subscribe to Nicole's YouTube channel as well to check out the videos over there. There's some really amazing meditations over there and frequencies for you guys to enjoy. So thank you very much for joining me. Have
Thank
a
you.
beautiful,
Thank
beautiful
you.
day
You
and
as
take
well,
care.
Ian. Much love. Thank you.
Much love. Bye for now.
Bye for now.